The FAA says starting today it will ease flight reductions from 6% down to 3%. The 3% reduction in flights will remain in place at 40 airports across the country as air traffic control systems return closer to normal after the government shutdown just wraps up. The FAA says they have seen significant improvements in staffing. Let's bring in Alex Presha, who is live in Washington. So, Alex, how could this impact air travel in the coming days?
Well, Perry, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not ultimately where we want the flight reductions to be, but it's certainly a step in the right direction, right? Especially now that we're less than 2 weeks out from the Thanksgiving holiday, where we're supposed to see record air travel. The FAA announcing this decrease in flight reductions from 6% down to 3%. It went into effect around 6 a.m. this morning at those 40 large airports across the country. And this was a response to a reduction in staffing triggers at many of these airports. You know, during the shutdown, we were seeing elongated waits. You remember those images out of Houston where some people reported waiting up to 3 hours to get processed by TSA and onto their flights, and the backlogs of planes taking off because of that shortage at airports of air traffic controllers across the country. Well, the FAA is saying today that essentially they are seeing things move in the right direction since the government has now reopened, and they're reducing those flights, which again is welcome news for so many American travelers.
And then air traffic controllers are now receiving back pay for the hours worked during the shutdown. What's the latest there?
Yeah, so Transportation Secretary Duffy mentioned this earlier this week to reporters. He said that those air traffic controllers who were part of that essential workers group, federal employees that worked the entire 43 days of the government shutdown without receiving a paycheck, they were going to be receiving back pay. They're legally obligated to. So he said that they were going to receive about 70% of their check between 24 and 48 hours, and the remaining 30% would come in the upcoming weeks. But again, this is a massive win for those ATC controllers, also those TSA agents who have been working now more than a month without pay. We also heard from DHS they're going to be looking into possibly giving $10,000 bonuses to TSA agents and other airport staff that worked the entire time during that shutdown without taking days off. Though I will say the administration has not detailed as to where that money is coming from, Perry.
Alex Presha, live in Washington. Alex, thank you.